What's up guys, this is Darkbblue, a gamer who loves Souls-like games, looter games, and every game that involves build making. What is the most fun build in Remnant 2? I think this answer is Explosion build. In this video, I shall share 2 explosion builds that are both fun and useful. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's dive right into it. First, we have a hybrid damage explosion build. Hybrid damage means this build uses both range damage and maul damage. There are 2 weapons, the basic attack of which is Explosion, Meridian and Starshot. But Starshot is just counted as Explosion but has no AoE effect. So I don't tend to use it in this build. Then I shall use Meridian. The basic attack of Meridian has good AoE, able to clear crowds of mobs. Then we can use the mod of Meridian and the primary weapon to deal single target damage against elites. In fact, there are many mods that deal explosion damage like Tremor, Helix, and even Space Crabs. Here I recommend Helix as a single target and immediate damage mod with similar function to Meridian's mod. And for mutators, you can use Harmonizer on Meridian and Failsafe on the primary weapon. Then let's see the other components. Explosion Amulet allows explosion attack to ignite targets, which is useful. And for rings, I use Follower and White Pawn Ring to get more mod power. The other 2 ring slots can be chosen freely. As for archetypes, since this is a hybrid damage build, we need 2 all-damage archetypes, so Challenger and Alchemist. And for traits, Kinship is a must. In case you kill yourself, then Amplifier is useful, but, well, you don't have to always max it out. Finally, for Relic Fragment, mod cost is a must, and for the other 2 slots, you can use Survivability Fragments. So that's the first build, and what's it used for? Personally, I use this for close range combat. Such combats can be dealt with using Tremor and Nebula, so why do we need Explosion build? This is because Tremor with Nebula is not good against aerial elites, while Meridian's mod is much better at this. So when a close combat map contains many grounding mobs and a few aerial elites, Explosion build is better than mod builds. So here I see it as a patch to mod builds dealing with a situation that cannot be well handled. So the first build uses Meridian, while Starshot is also an interesting weapon. Well, indeed, its basic attack is not fun, but its mod is awesome. Therefore, the second build is a mod explosion build where we only use mod to deal damage. Since this is an explosion build, both 2 mods are explosion mods, so how can we get enough mod power? My plan is using Feedback and Explosion Amulet along with Malevolence simultaneously. Use Feedback with Tremor on the primary weapon so that Tremor can charge itself back. Then Tremor can trigger burning status with Explosion Amulet, which pairs with Malevolence to generate mod power. But you need to know that this combination of both Feedback and Explosion Amulet is only merely enough. This won't work if enemy's health is too low that there isn't too much damage left for the burning status to deal, and it's likely that you will still run out of mod power sometimes. In such cases, just use the Relic perk of Archon as emergency solution. Now that we have solved the key problem of mod power, other components are easy to choose. You can use the exact gears as my mod builds in the last video and replace the amulet with Explosion Amulet. So on what conditions should we use this mod explosion build? Since we are using Tremor, I think it's similar to Tremor build, but the difference is we are using Starshot as the sidearm rather than Nebula. While Nebula is a close-range weapon, since its mod only chases enemies within 20 meters, the mod of Starshot has a very long range and incredibly high accuracy. This makes it possible to hit distant enemies with Starshot. Then the answer is clear. This build is for open area progressing. In the last video, I said mod builds were poor for open areas, and now this mod explosion build is the patch for it. All in all, those two explosion builds are fun to play and useful as well, but note that they are both intended for map progressing only, not for boss fights. If you want to play explosion in boss fights, well, maybe try the Meridian Screamer build in my last video. If you like my story and if you want to join me into depths of games, just like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, see you around.